The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
When a judge sentences someone, they're bound by guidelines, they're bound by circumstances in front of them. I mean, it's just, we're told the maximum penalty is 20 years. No, that's the max. But I've got to stick with guidelines. And that dictates how I sentence. I can deviate from guidelines if I find appropriate reason to do so, but for the most part, I could get overturned by the Court of Appeals. So, I mean, a lot goes into I want more. It's a whole process that we go through as judges in evaluating a case to hand out a sentence that's going to uphold appellate scrutiny as well.
Okay, and I'll bring you into this, Judy. What should a family member do if you're concerned? Let's just say you have suspicions that someone in your family is a child predator.
First of all, take your own emotions out of it, which of course is hard. So you got to deal with that first before you walk in the door and have a confrontation with this family member and say, here's the evidence that I have. What's going on? This is a criminal act. You must stop right now, and I can help you to get help, but you cannot continue this any further. But you can't get emotional with them. They'll probably just deny it, and you have to sort of confront them with the facts and be very, very just kind of straight up about it instead of dancing around.
That's why maybe, is it better off to go to the police? But, I mean, it's a life changer. I mean, this guy's life is ruined. His wife divorced him. He's lost the ability to see his kids. He's going to prison. I mean, not that he doesn't deserve it, but...
He's a sex offender for life, he's labeled.
Well, I will say, for instance, as doctors, if someone comes into the ER, a child comes into the ER and I have suspicions of abuse, I mandatorily report that.
Yes. So interesting with the wife, because the wife actually knew that he had these behaviors. And the wife is probably not a mandated reporter because she wasn't responsible for his well-being or taking care of him, but this is a felony in some states, that if you basically don't report, then you can be considered an accomplice because you're basically facilitating this behavior to go on. So I think that's a weird one. What about the partner? What about the spouse? Are there any criminal penalties at all to her for knowing this and just allowing him to supposedly...
I think it's just a moral obligation to be able to say, I can't live with this, I can't live with myself with this knowledge, I've got to tell someone.
And, parents, so important to keep an eye on what's going on the computer.
Right.
Because it's only getting worse in the computer age. So easy to engage in pornography and enticing younger men and women.
Well, this guy's defense was there was no touching. There need not be any touching.
Right.
It's all there needs to be is the enticement to do an immoral act. And that happens without the act actually happening. And even though they lied, made it up that he was a child under a certain age, that doesn't matter either. It's what the person reasonably believed they were dealing with.
And if you're agreeing to meet up with someone you believe to be a 15-year-old boy, your intentions are pretty obvious to me.